Ladies and gentlemen, the last 24 hours have been crazy. Okay? Your mama mauled it about me on tests yet again for the, I don't know, 100th day in a row. Not so much crazy. That normally happens. The momager, Gidgy, the Kris Jenner of the LCU, mauled it about me on Queens. She pulled her normal, oh, well, I don't want to talk about it, but Xylee called me a momager. I don't know why she did. And then Wings quit. Yep. Wings walked away, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And we are going to do the David updates. If it destroys us, we're still going to do it. All right? All right, let's play the music. Let's get started.
Xylee gets real. Talk slick, better keep it sealed. Tease hot, mask off. Let's go. Step in the chat, it's the final bell. Xylee in black, got receipts from hell. Drama queen, nah, I'm the drama dealer. Truth so raw, make a snake turn healer. Mic in my hand with a hit list long. You faked your life, well I wrote your song. No chill, no filter, mask ripping deeper. Lights out, baby, it's the law code reaper. Feel that tea, call it out. Fake get caught when the reaper's out. Say my name, say it loud. Xylee don't play, she calls the cloud. One by one they fall asleep, but secrets don't die, I dig too deep. Cameras on, it's getting real. Loco Reaper, sign the deal. Who's next up? I smell that fear. You built a lie, I built a career. DMs leak like a faucet broke. Your truth is a joke and I ain't provoked. Clickbait queens, you all look shook. I don't need edits, I wrote the book. Fake apologies, you can keep that mess. I wear black cause I buried the BS. You wanted the smoke, now you got the fire. Don't start no drama unless you're ready for the choir. Feel that tea, call it out. Fake get caught when the reaper's out. Say my name, say it loud. Xylee don't play, she calls the cloud. So one by one they fall asleep, but secrets don't die, I dig too deep. Cameras on, it's getting real. Loco Reaper, sign the deal. Reap what you post. Xylee knows. You talk, I show. Loco Reaper, end of the show.
Get your jackets. They're on sale now. Bow, 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 bow. Listen, y'all hit 200 members on the wheel yesterday, so I did it. I put it on just for y'all. Check this out. And you want to see something even cuter? Look, it's my Mothman one. Hold on, I'll show y'all the whole thing. Hold on. Just in case some of y'all didn't see it the first time. It's my Mothman one. So, I put on the S-Cryptid suit. But let me show you something. We have an updated S-Cryptid. You want to see the updated S-Cryptid? Give me a 1 in the chat if you want to see the updated S-Cryptid. I got to show y'all this. This shit's dope. All right. Look at this. Look at this. Bam! Look how vicious that looks. So we're going to know what this means when I put it up. All right. And then I have to show y'all this. Because you're like, oh my God, where's Axel? He has his own little S-Cryptid onesie to go along with mine. Isn't it cute? Look at it. He's so cute. He has his own little S-Cryptid onesie. I thought it was adorable. All right, so let's take care of this real quick. First of all, Mr. Boom Boom Powell, thank you for becoming a cash cow. Rum for breakfast. Let me switch over to here so y'all can see the wheel. Let me get to my wheel first. Hold on. Bam. Let's switch over to the wheel. Bam. All right. Now, Rum for Breakfast. You gave 1 gifted membership. I truly appreciate it. And if I could, you know what? I'm just going to do it the easy way. Bam. Bam. They literally chastised me for doing this, but I don't care. Yes, I used the mouse. Rhodey gave 10. Rhodey, thank you so much for the 10. I appreciate it. All right. Hold on. We got to do it the old-fashioned way because, you know, that's the way I do it. Leave me alone. I'm a 49-year-old woman about to be 50 in 2 months. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Got that there. Copy. All right. Rhodey's in there for 10. Run for Breakfast. Thank you for being a member for 1 month. Write in Xylee for president. Nah, I told them to take me off that damn list. Mr. Boom Boom Pow said, I love women over 25. Damn right you do, Mr. Boom Boom Pow. Fuck you, Mr. Boom Boom Pow. Believe me, I'm not being mean to him. He loves it. And Siren Syrup, been a member for 4 months. Let's pop off Queen. Yes. Absolutely. So, a lot has happened. As I said, I got to get off the screen because that blinding, I wish I could have a dark background on that. A lot has happened in the last 24 hours. We were kind of struggling to find the big story of the LCU, and then live happened. Genitals, thank you for the 10. Xylee, can we hear breakfast again? Can we hear? Are you joking on how I say breakfast? I say breakfast. What? Leave me alone. Y'all are mean. So, yeah. So Wings ended up quitting. So what we're going to do is I know I told y'all yesterday I was going to start off with David updates, but the Wing stuff is like really big. So I want to do the Wing stuff first. I know there's people in the chat who don't know anything about it. And they're like, oh my God, Wings quit. What? So let me get through the Wing stuff first. And then we're going to go through the David updates. Okay. YBSTV says, who's still for Xylee? Rewind won't be the same. Shake my head. You know what? I appreciate you saying that, but you know, Rewind's going to be fine. They're doing great work over there. She's on top of it. And I've already noticed some of the changes, and quite honestly, I like it. You know, I like it. I'm down for it. So it's all good. It's all good in the hood. All right. So let's get through the Wing stuff first. And okay, listen. I gotta unravel myself out of here because the Wings are driving me crazy. I really should have put the Wendigo on, but because Axel had the other onesie, there we go. We're good now. Thank you, Sarah. All right, so right here is Wings talking about, he's up there with Billy and what he was supposed to be doing, what the stream was set up to do. The stream was called Wing Confronts Billy, the fridge, for calling his wife ugly. And it was supposed to be this whole thing where they confront Billy about it, and, you know, it was supposed to be the stream. And Wings came about 30 minutes in. Wings was like, you know what? I just can't do this anymore. So let's watch this clip here.
Yeah.
Like, look,
I don't know. I was miserable before Fat Camp. And when I got fired at the end of Fat Camp, it was almost like a blessing. And I didn't want to come back. I honestly didn't. And I came back, and because Tom.
And here you see Wings starting to get really emotional about it. He's over it. He's over it. You can see it in his face. Billy described that when he went into the call, and when he first went into the call for the live stream, he can tell that Wings' head was not in the game at all. Exile Warrior, thank you for the 1. I appreciate it. If I can, oh my God, can I? Thank you. All right, let me add you in there real quick. So So he explains it here. So we're gonna watch that part.
Tommy asked me to come back, and it's like and then like the show got worse, the money got worse, and then like Keem left, and it's like this isn't fun. I don't have fun doing this.
Exile Warrior, thank you for the 5. I will get to that as soon as I can. I want to go through this clip first. Ristful Demon, thank you. Thank you so much for the sticker. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's awesome of you. Thank you.
Like I'm putting a face on every day. I'm fucking miserable every day. I wake up. It's like I look
Oh my God, you're going to be a pain in the ass tonight too.
at live, and I'm like, fuck, I got to do 2 hours of that shit tonight, and I don't want to do it. I'd much rather do nothing.
I know.
It's like
I was saying this in our private conversation. The show always worked best if Keem was here because Keem's the bully and we're the locals, right? So we had somebody to push our buttons hard, and then you and I could react to our buttons getting pushed. And you know, they didn't like yesterday's episode because you were a normal human being. They don't like today's episode because you're a normal human being. You're showing your normal side.
Today's episode is bad right now. Billy's trying his hardest to save it, but it's bad right now.
Okay, what people don't understand, and I see the donations and everything. Exile, what are you doing, bro? The one thing they have to understand is when Keemstar left, they're basically, it's still Locale Live, but they're going to have to reinvent Locale Live. It's not going to be the same. As soon as a host leaves, it's not going to be the same podcast. You have to reinvent it. It's not going to be the same. And to think it's going to be the same is absolutely ridiculous. You know?
Like everybody knows it. That's why you jumped up here. It's like my head's not there. I'm stuttering. I'm not being my normal self. And it's just because of like, I don't know. I'm just like, it's miserable. I'm miserable. And it's like,
yeah,
I don't need to be here. And like Gidgy said something the other day that resonated with me, where she's like, "You don't care about this. Why are you here? Everybody else would love to be where you're at." And yeah, you're right. I don't want to be here. I'm blocking somebody else from achieving their dream because this isn't my dream. Like I don't want to be a part of this network where like you pour Pepsi on your head and eat mustard and wear shock collars till the end of fucking time.
But here's the thing: this is Locale Live. Not everybody can do Locale Live. Not everybody will be able to handle the Locale Live audience. Have y'all seen the audience on Locale Live? Have y'all seen the chat of Locale Live? It's absolutely insane. A lot of people won't be able to handle that many people watching them. Not just anybody can do Locale Live. They can do this show easy. They can do Aussie. They can do the other shows easy. But Locale Live, that's a whole different beast. You know?
It's who I am as a person. It's like this whole show for the last 2 years has been one ever long telethon, 24 hours of just constant, like, let's do the dumbest shit possible for money. And I've always stated before, like, this is the show that faked cancer. Like once it faked cancer, it got hot. It's never grown since. We went from 24,000 some subscribers to 94,000, and we're still at 94,000 a year and a half later. All we're doing is like moving the chairs around the Titanic. And I don't feel like it's growing. I don't feel like everything's doing. I think it's just constantly like, how much money can we siphon out of this? And it bothers me to my core to be a part of it. And I'm just not happy with it. It's not what I signed up for. I signed up for a podcast, and it became this.
I respect and understand that. I genuinely do. Like I like what we do. I like doing it. I missed you guys yesterday a lot. I wanted to call in as soon as I could. I want to call in as soon as I could today. I actually scheduled my day so that I knew I would be in traffic so I could call you guys. I like working with you. I mean, I liked working with Keem. Keem hates me now. That's fine.
Billy is sitting there dying. He's like, I don't know what to say. Billy's like, oh, fuck. I can't turn this into something funny. Billy doesn't do well under pressure. I mean, he did well. Don't get me wrong. I'm not fucking with him. But Billy, he can't say anything funny in this moment. Wings is serious. He's dead ass serious.
Life goes on. I like working with you. If you quit, I'm going to miss you a lot. So I respect it.
This is probably my last show, Boogie.
Fuck. This wasn't going to be an easy week, right? Boogie was going to be gone. Keem
No,
gone?
it's not in the week. It's like,
yeah, I know.
It's not what I want. It's not what I want. It's not. It got nothing to do with this week. It's got nothing to do with the streams by myself. It's got nothing to do with like me having like the worst monetary stream yesterday, and it's followed up with this one who's had what 2 donations in the first 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And like you got people out there that's gonna always criticize. You got people in the chat like, well, Wings is lazy. It's not lazy, man. Like it's a never ending mental struggle. And like everybody is feeling it, even if they don't want to put it out there. Everybody's feeling it. The reason that we're covering Bus for the 15th time you've heard today is because it's hard to do 2 hours of a podcast every day of the fucking week. It's fucking hard.
Yeah. Yep.
And then if you're going to do current events are fucking miserable, right? Like the other day, like
See, okay, perfect example. I like talking about outside of LCU drama, all right? I only talk about the shit I'm interested in. I only talk about the shit that is like, you know, piques my interest going, oh yeah, I can talk about that. If it's shit that'll make me miserable to talk about, I'm not going to talk about it. I refuse. Because here's the thing. If I'm miserable talking about it, y'all are going to see me miserable. Y'all saw me on Rewind the last 2 months. I was fucking miserable. And you know what? Our metrics showed it. I am literally the prime fucking example of you don't do shit that makes you fucking miserable. I was fucking miserable and all of you saw it. And we saw it through the monetary gain of it all and everything. Everybody noticed it. So the key is talk about stuff you're interested in. Talk about stuff you can get passionate about. Even if people can't stand your voice and you get loud too much. Who cares? At least I can show fucking passion in what I'm talking about. Or do you want me to sit there like a bump on a fucking log and go, okay, well, this is what we're talking about? No. I want to be passionate about what I'm talking about. I want to be knowledgeable. I want to get you excited. You know?
we're going to talk about a guy running his truck into the fucking church and shooting people, followed up by a school shooting, followed up by like a person that going to trial for like the assassination of a political figure. Oh,
that's
World
why
War III's right around the corner.
I'll get to the donation and memberships
that's why I gave
just
up
a second.
Gaming News at the end of 2019. Like, it was very lucrative, right? I was able to keep sponsors and stuff. The problem was it was just so depressing with the Blizzard Cosby rooms and watching the gaming industry fall apart and watching these AAA companies destroy what was once my favorite thing in the world. I just couldn't do it anymore. And I didn't even really game through 2020. Like,
as soon as you get bored at what you're doing, as soon as you're miserable, you need to change. You need to change it. You need to change it. You need to change the scenery. I'm sorry. I got my change of scenery. I'm over here now. Basically.
it's so hard to come up with something to talk about. I don't want to talk about gaming.
And of course, this thing's trying to be an asshole with me because it hates me. Really? Why? This clipper tool is driving me insane. I swear to God, I'm just going to go back to timestamps.
Oh,
That's
World
why
War
I
III's
gave
right
up.
around the corner.
That's why I gave up Gaming News at the end of 2019. Like, it was very lucrative, right? I was able to keep sponsors and stuff. The problem was it was just so depressing with the Blizzard Cosby rooms and watching the gaming industry fall apart and watching these AAA companies destroy what was once my favorite thing in the world. I just couldn't do it anymore. And I didn't even really game through 2020. Like, it's so hard to come up with something to talk about. I don't want.
No, it's not. You got a whole ass internet out there. There is so much to talk about. It's not even funny. There is so much other. When I first started on Reaper, I didn't even want to talk about the LCU. There is so much drama outside of the LCU. It is flabbergasting. So why is it hard to find something to talk about? I don't understand. There's so much drama out there. Holy shit. And you know what happens when you talk about outside drama? It brings people in. Oh shit. What is Locale Live talking about with iDubbbz today? Oh damn. Locale Live is talking about Hassan, talking about Destiny, talking about Asmongold, talking about the shit that happened with Kai Cenat, talking about this David murder case. I mean, there's a shitload of shit to talk about, bro. There's There's a bunch of shit, and people will go to watch. People who've never known Locale Live, especially like with this David case right now. You put David in your fucking title, people are going to click on it because they want to see what you got to say about this David case. You know? It's crazy. So that's the first clip. All right, let me count these up from Exile Warrior. So you gave the 1, then you gave 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so 9 for Exile Warrior. Thank you, Exile Warrior. I appreciate it. 4, 5. Boom. There. Done. Rum for breakfast. Gave the 1 gifted. I appreciate it. Let me get you in here. Bam. Okay, that's the gifted. And all right, I already got Wistful. Thank you, Wistful. I appreciate it. And that's Wistful for the 50. Lightning says, here, remind people the jackets are in the store now. The Reaper colors are so cool, and I can't wait until I get mine. Hell yeah, I love my jacket. I love my jacket. Ghostman says, hey, Xylee, I truly am sorry for what I said towards you. Ghostman, I don't know what you said towards me, to be honest. But I guess I forgive you? Question mark? I guess I forgive you. Yeah, I know. I got you in for 10. Do I have to add one more? Is that what you're saying, Exile? Okay, hold on. You got the 1. I put the 1 in there. Then you did a 5, and then you did 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Yeah, you did 9 more because I already had the 1 in there. So you did 10 total. So I got you in for 10. So I don't know what Ghostman said, but I'm pretty sure it's nothing worse than what I've already heard before. I've been on the internet long enough to...
Super chatted $20. Hi Xylee, you're doing great. Can't chat listening.
Thank you, Mrs. C. I appreciate it. Sammy Kins, thank you for being a Band World member for 2 months. First time catching Reapers at this time slot. Let's go. I should be sleeping, though. Girl, all of us. All right, so here, this is when Keem joins. Keem basically just found out that Wings wants to quit. So now we're going to hear what Keem had to say about it.
Keemstar, you're live.
Well, you know, the world is fucked up. But that's why we do the show. You know, we're the distraction to the fucked up world. And yeah, you know, you said, you know, I feel like we're trying to squeeze any dollar we can get out of this or whatever. I don't feel that way when I go live. You know, it is a thought. You do have to think about finances, but I'm more thinking of like, I want to have a good show because I know if I have a good show, it's gonna make donos. That's just one of the factors. Yeah.
It's not like regular YouTube. I can't hit my space bar. Yes, that's very true. If you bring the entertainment, it will come. Now, do time slots have something to do with it a little bit? Sure. Okay, I'll give you that. You have more of a chance of getting more donos if you have 3,000-4,000 people watching you versus like 500. You know what I mean? Obviously, the chances are higher. But if you give the entertainment, people will want to support you. If they are entertained, they're going to be like, you know what? I want to tip them. Because that's exactly how I look at Super Chats. Super Chats are like a tip. They're literally a thank you from the people who are watching you going, thank you for providing me entertainment. You know? That's the way I look at it.
Yesterday, you got a lot of shit for not making any money, but I listened to the whole show. It was a great conversation. And I even put in the Discord, you guys crushed it.
And that's one thing I appreciate about Keem. If you didn't make a lot of money on a show, but that show was still entertaining and it was a good show and he thought that it was good, he's not going to give you that much shit. He's not going to give you that much shit because you still put in enough. You still put in the effort to have a good show. And that's what's most important because at the end of the day, we're entertainers. Each one of us has a certain way that we entertain people. You know?
I've seen a lot of positive comments this week with you bringing what you do bring, Wings. You have that podcast microphone.
Here's the problem I have, though, is when you said, I just don't want to do this anymore. I'm not happy here. I know what that feels like. That's why I walked away.
Yeah,
That's my problem. I can relate with you 100%.
Yeah, I'm not happy, man. It's not for me no more.
And can I say on top of that, here's another thing that needs to fucking stop happening. And I am fucking over it. And I am calling out every single fucking show who does it. Not saying all the shows do it. I know not all the show does this. So when I say this, I'm putting in the little thing in the little box. Not all the shows do this. But for the shows who do, stop fucking pocket watching. Worry about what your show does. Worry about what your show earns, how your product is to the consumer, which is the people in your chat, which are the people who watch it back. Stop pocket watching. I am fucking sick of seeing it. I'm over it. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care how much Live makes. I don't give a fuck how much, I don't know, Cafe makes. Or anybody else around me. I don't care. The only thing I care about is this show. And how I can make it better. That's it. Stop pocket watching. That's why I can't stand the fucking leaderboards. Because as soon as the leaderboards come out, what happened? People start using it for content. Stop it. The only people you should be in competition with is yourself. And how you can make yourself better month by month by month by month. Before you know it, you could be on top because you're just getting better and better and better and better and better. I hate the leaderboards, man. I do like the leaderboards now better than the leaderboards that were around before, though. Because before, I think it showed too much information. This one is just, top ranking 12 shows, and 1 through 12. That's better than what it was before. I will say that.
And I feel like if I could sit here and block somebody that would rather be in my position, or I could sit here and just be miserable. I don't need the money. I can.
Purple
I do well
Hearts.
for myself. I'll put it that way. I do
What's
well
up,
for myself.
Pirate?
Well, then we should plan the big Wings final stream tomorrow.
That's this one.
No.
I wish Wings would have done a final stream. Could you imagine all the old clips of Wings and the crazy shit coming out of his mouth over the last, 2 years of LOLCOW Live? That would have been so fucking good, bro. Just one final, send-off, man, going, you know what? We appreciate you. You did a lot for this fucking universe. You're one of the founding fathers of this universe, and send them off with a bang. I just wish he would have done that.
Oh, just do it tomorrow. Friday night's payday, Wings. You're going to make money. It's the farewells.
I don't need the money. I'm leaving the server after I get in this call.
Oh, man. So this is the farewell stream.
This is the farewell stream.
Well, let's make it a happy one then.
Badger Cat, I didn't see the 5 you sent me. Thank you so much. I will add you to the wheel as soon as I'm done with this clip, okay?
If it is the farewell stream, let's talk about the fucking fun shit that happened. The good times. There had to have been some experience that you've had when you were here, which is a happy memory.
Exactly. That would have been so dope. And kind of like what we did on Rewind. The last night I was on Rewind. It felt so good to watch those old clips of the stupid shit that Billy and I did. It was so good. It was like, you know what? We were a good podcast at one time, you know? And it feels good watching those old memories. You know? RZ says Wings was one of the smartest people in the LCU. Goddamn, RZ.
I gained more weight.
You were killing yourself with that Ozempic. That year-old Ozempic you were on right before Fat Camp.
Oh,
you made yourself so sick. Fuck.
He did too. Remember how sick he was with that Ozempic? He was taking that old shit.
Did you sign a deal with BBU?
No.
Back in that year?
Fucking Keem. Keem comes in the last second and go, did you sign a deal with BBU? Is that where you're going, pimp? Is that where you're going, pimp? You going to the BBU? Bruh. Do you know I irritate my damn docket team with how I put these names in? They literally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. They literally badger me to death with it. All right. And this is a continuation of that conversation.
I was sitting around today and I'm literally asking my wife to come on here and get like watered and flowered and like dressed up like a drag queen to make money I don't care about making. And like I felt like less than a man because of it.
Yeah, but I don't like when I
had no ideas. I had nothing. I was creatively bankrupt. It's like,
but when you go to the show, you can't think about money. You got to think about like I want to do a good show and entertain people, and then money's the side effect of that, right?
Yes, yes, exactly, exactly. Somehow I feel like a lot of this has to do with Keem leaving the podcast. I really do. He talks about why he's leaving, but we'll hear it.
You know, I get it, but like when you say it like that, it just seems like we're e-baggers, you know?
That's what we are.
But we're not. We're entertainers.
Then why does every conversation I have always center around like what we're gonna do for like donation baiting?
Well, that's a part of the show. Unfortunately, this is a
like,
business.
I watched a guy on Ozzy like charge $5 to stack bowls on his head.
Okay, who is charging $5 to stack bowls on their head? What the fuck is going on over in Aussie? Okay, so I have a question. If I got a bunch of bowls, would y'all pay me $5 to stack them on my head? Would that actually work? Put a 1 in the chat if that would work. I'll steal it. I don't give a fuck. Is that what I should do? Should I stack bowls on my head? Yes, no, maybe. Harley Quinn was like, ma'am. Okay, all right. So we're going to have we'll call it the bowl stream. All right. We'll call it the bowl stream.
What?
But the shit is funny.
Run for breakfast said, I'll put a 5 in that chat. I know that's right.
Okay, look, I get it. I get it. No, I do. I truly get it. And the worst thing about this job is being creatively bankrupt, right? Hitting that writer's block really, really sucks. And when I started getting frustrated with the show and I knew I didn't want to be here anymore, the writer's block was hitting hard. I could go on any fucking show. I could pop on Nerds and be like, yeah, I got an idea. You know, I could pop on any show and help them and have a million different creative ideas. But when it came to this show, my show,
it's a different animal.
It was gone.
Oh, for sure.
It was gone.
Well,
You know what? He's not wrong, because I was constantly trying to figure out stuff for Rewind, and I couldn't think of things. I don't know. I guess because I'm by myself, and I have a great docket team. We had a docket team meeting today, and I was like, holy shit, I'm around a bunch of people with good ideas. You know, I don't know. It's a different vibe now, you know, and I like it. And it's a vibe that I feel like I can thrive in. And I got a bunch of people. Listen, we had so many people in the docket team meeting. They were taking screenshots of how many people were in the live on air chat, and they were like, holy shit. I was like, it's a docket team meeting. They were like, damn, how many people you got in your docket? Mind your business. Mind your business. Okay? Reaper docket, best docket. All right. Shit. Calamenti. Thank you for being a Band World member for 2 months. Xylee gets bold. True. Cajun Lady, thank you for being a Band World member for 3 months. Harlequin says, I will summon Narc and the NR boys so fast. I know you will. You'll actually clip it and probably send it to their ass.
It's a completely different animal. I was watching Balls today, and like Billy and Rastoff were just like watching an old video that's like an internet meme of like hot versus crazy. And they spent 45 minutes on it. It was fun. It was a good little segment. And I'm like, this would never work on live.
No. Nope.
No.
That's the pressure of live, man. Like even on the weekends, I'm afraid to do react content, but you got to bring it every day to the show. It's exhausting.
I'm gonna tell you what the number one problem is, which is not a problem at all. The problem is,
wait, why did it cut off there? What?
Is when we started this show.
Fuck it, I'm going beyond the clip because I want to hear it. Oh wait, I think it's in this one. Is it in this one?
Number one problem is,
okay, yeah,
which is not a problem at all. The problem is when we started this show, there were videos and getting millions of views, making thousands of dollars shitting on you two. All right. Now this thing has been such a success. Now that's gone. The whole point of this show was for you to monetize the hate. Well, where is that hate now? I don't see.
The problem is they're not as big of lolcows as they used to be. They evolved. So you know what that means? The show has to evolve too. When you change as a person, have you ever noticed somebody where when they were, no, actually not even somebody, everybody does this. When you're 20, you dress a certain way. You have a certain attitude about life, about yourself. When you're 30, that changes. When you're 40, that changes. You ever met a 50-year-old who still think they're 20 and they're a hot fucking mess because they never evolved? They evolved. They're not as hated as what they used to be. So their content has to evolve with them. Yeah, exactly, Pirate. Yeah, 30 hit me hard. Shit. 50's about to hit me hard. God damn it.
The Wings trolls are like gone or disabled or something.
No, they're still there. They're still there.
They don't have the impact they did before we started this show. The Boogie haters, they're like literally gone. He's
exactly, Evil Dave. Wings definitely came a long way reputation-wise from the start. Exactly. So did Boogie. Since the cancer arc with Boogie, look how much Boogie has changed. Boogie's losing weight. He's already lost enough weight. Like, he's already lost like a person worth of weight. Nusu's like, I wore heels once, never again. Absolutely.
Become a different man. He's like invincible from the cancer arc. The mission of what this show was accomplished. I mean, that's the truth. We won. Everything we set out to do, we did. So that's why it naturally feels like an ending. That's just the truth.
Yeah. I agree with that. And it's a matter of trying to reinvent the show now. And we're going to lose a lot of viewers and a lot of money in that reinvention. But I feel like there is a way.
But if you make that reinvention good, then not only are those people going to come back, but then you're going to have other people want to check it out. That's what H3H3 did. That's exactly what H3 did. He went through periods like when Frenemy stopped, he lost a shitload of people. And then he built it back up. Then he got with Hassan. Gained a bunch of people, lost Hassan, a bunch of people left. Now look at him. You have to build it back up.
Way to reinvent this show. It's just
no, 100%. But what I'm saying is the mission that we set forth, right? You know, of hey, we're gonna monetize this hate. Shit, we were the #1 show on YouTube. How many times in fucking super chats?
Exactly.
I mean, the show's made over $1 million. Like, bro, like we have done literally everything I said we were gonna do. Like we all signed up for one mission, and that mission was well completed.
You did do that because, like you said, we were going to make $20,000 a month at one point, and I said this show's never making $20,000 a month. Yeah,
And it sure
Yeah,
did, didn't it?
Tripled that.
yeah, we did
Yep.
triple that.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, sure did.
You know what I mean? I see, that's the problem, is that we came in trying to prove something, and then we more than proved it, and now it's like, now what, right? I set off to create the LCU and all these other shows. I did that. Now what? You know, like, that's a big problem. That's why I didn't want to be a host anymore. Is I just, when I really got dug deep and thought about this for weeks and weeks and weeks, I lost my overall mission. Now my mission is to just make the LCU as a whole win and make all these individual shows win.
Yeah, because all of his boxes got checked. They all got checked. He made it. He made Locale Live a success. Check. He finally created his 24-hour circuit. Check. With 12 shows. 24-hour circuit with 12 shows. How long did we go where one show had to go 4 hours? Hell, at one point, we had one show going 6 hours. We had a 24-hour circuit, but not with 12 shows, not with 12 2-hour shows. So he finally accomplished that. What else is there to accomplish except for take a seat back from Locale Live and now work on these individual shows and make them better to make the whole network better? Yeah, it's a totally different environment now, Nusu, 100%. It's so different now than when it started. Absolutely.
Starting to do. I mean, the viewers on the other shows are like going up and up and up throughout the entire day, and we're getting wins and stuff there. But yeah, this show, if its original concept with us three, just kind of.
You know what, Benji? I see people saying that all the time. I hate to say it, but the LCU will eventually fade away. You know what? And if it does, I'm going to have a wild fucking ride while I'm here. And I'm going to do what I need to do to entertain y'all or whoever the fuck is watching. I'm going to have fun while I'm here, though. And I'm going to do my shit while I'm here. So why don't we just have fun while we're all here? Yeah, exactly, Terp. Who cares? Just enjoy it while it's here. Exactly. Space Lich says, name of the community is called Astro One Day. He's the main host. Yeah. I don't know what you are talking about, but thank you for the donation.
Of ran its course. I hate that I can't convince you to not feel what you're feeling, because I feel the same way, Wings. I do.
Yep.
Yeah. Everybody does, but some people hide it better than me. I can't hide it. I come on, I can give the cherry face, but I don't know. It hit me wrong today. And it's like, this isn't for me.
Well, it sucks when you're the one that's got to plan the shows. I did that for fucking 2 years. That really sucks. Every day, I got to figure out what we're doing.
All right, here, okay, this is Wings starting to get into why he's actually quitting.
I just don't want you guys to think it was just this week. It's not. Like,
shit, we know you've never wanted to be here.
Yeah, like as soon as like the show Fake Cancer, I was like, oh, this shit's turning into something I don't want to be a part of. And but the money was too good, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna ride this out. Just ride this out. But it's like,
all right, they start talking about the farewell stream again.
I'm gonna do goodbye stream tomorrow.
No,
it'd be a big stream.
He won't do it. He won't do it.
Get the docket team to bring up Wings hot.
If you watch Wings here, I got it on normal speed. It'll play. Watch Wings. He's literally like he wants to leave right now. It's the middle of the show. It's literally an hour into the show. Watch him shaking. You can tell he's shaking his knee. Watch him.
Lights, an LCU.
Look at his camera, the way his camera's
a proper
bouncing.
Send-off. You earned it. A proper send-off.
He just wants to go.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Come on, dude.
You know, Keys, 18 years has never worked on me. Why do you think it's going to work on me this time?
We need Sweet Tea up here. I bet
All
she
right,
could get these.
I'm gonna have to pull my big guns. I'm not.
Okay. And then all of a sudden, an hour, 36 minutes in, although she actually went in there earlier. All right. Wing's best friend in the whole world, his bestie, his BFF for life, Sweet Tea, joined the call. And she desperately pleads with Wings. Come on, bust with me. I'll kick Buff out. Come on, bust with me. I'll show you all these Ford Rangers my daddy has. Apparently he has 3, FYI. Talking about country, talking about outhouses and shit. Run for breakfast goes, R-Tax. Sweet Tea desperately tries to get him to change his mind.
Like your final, like what was the nail in the coffin?
There was no. Well, it was the day. Like when I seen like Kelly's picture get put on the thumbnail, and I was like, I don't want to put my wife through this.
Oh.
It was like
Whoever
even
made that
though
thumbnail
it
needs to be
was my
fired.
idea. It was my idea. It was nobody's idea but mine. I made the call, but when I seen it and I seen it in action, it's like, oh, this is not who I want to be.
Yeah, and the thumbnail had him, Billy, and Kelly on there, and he started malding about it in the main chat in the Discord, and everybody knew something was up. A lot of people, well, he was pretty much saying it. We didn't think he was even going to show up for the live stream today. It was pretty bad. He was upset. He was really, really upset. Here he goes, Wings wasn't okay. He wasn't even gonna come in.
Honestly, like I came into today's show, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna chill. Like I knew coming into the day show, like it was gonna be my last one because Kelly talked me into it. Because I was gonna no call, no show.
Fuck.
And just like,
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
I'm
I
glad
was
you didn't do that.
I was over it. Like it's like, okay.
Yeah, he wasn't even gonna show up. Kelly had to talk him into it. Like, that's how bad he didn't want to do it. And you know it's bad when Kelly talked him into doing the show. You know? Tudor said at the end of the day, if his heart is not in it, I get it. Yeah, 100%. Because here's the thing. If his heart's not in it, he's not going to provide any entertainment. He's not. And this is the way I look at it too, okay? He's leaving, but he's kind of leaving on his terms. There was no big blowout. There was no fight. There was no table, okay? There was no physical altercation. There was no Keem up there yelling at him, cussing him out, and firing his ass. You know, he's not walking out looking like a clown. You know, he's not spurging out. He's just like, I'm done. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah, they burnt it during Keem Camp, during the 4th of July camping trip.
What?
Really leaving.
Why am I really?
It's because you're too scared to face Albert in the Call of Duty
Yeah,
challenge.
that's
True.
Yeah,
True.
It's beyond them all.
yeah. Albert called me out, and I just can't handle it.
Yeah, Wings played that new COD today, and you realized you weren't good enough. Albert's gonna own you.
Be honest with everyone.
Can't wait for
Kelly,
that.
talk some
story.
sense to him.
I kind of feel like you should still face Albert.
I mean, if he wants it, I whoop that ass for him.
Yeah, so they got down to it. It was because Albert called him out. Wings did discuss it. I felt like I didn't need the timestamp, but Wing also discussed he's having some personal issues with his sister, and he literally said that on live. There's some personal issues going on with his sister right now that's also affecting him. So, I mean, I think this decision was a group of things that's happening, and not only in his life, but with Locale Live, the universe, and all that, you know? It's sad. It's a sad thing. It's definitely a sad thing. All right, now this part. Oh God, this part got me. I'm not gonna lie, this part got me. Boogie got me to tear up with this.
Floor, but before I go, God, I'm trying to say the right words so I don't fuck it up. Thank
Look,
you.
You got my number.
I know, but I want to say it here because I want them to hear it because it hits different when I say thank you for saving my house. Thank you for helping me get into a position where I'm able to do these things for my wife. Thank you for coming back and giving us closure. Thank you. That's it. Thank you, man. I'm gonna leave. I love you, brother.
Love you too, Boogie.
Remember when Wings was talking about how he was staying to help Boogie save his house? Remember those talks that they used to have on Locale Live? You know? Sad. It's sad. Oof. This is when Wings actually leaves. And let me tell you something. As soon as he leaves his call, he left the Discord. I almost want to say that he didn't even leave the call. I think he just left the Discord. Honestly. So this is when this happened.
You know, I think there's going to be a lot of opinions that will probably be negative from this, you know, on the internet. They'll say, you know, he had bitch in his blood. That'll definitely be something being said. That he wimped out.
Big fight dad.
Yeah, it'll be all that kind of shit.
Yeah, but fuck him. Who cares?
But those are opinions.
Exactly.
There will be people upset, people happy, people mad, people sad. But those are feelings. The fact is, we fucking won. That's just a cold, hard fact.
Yep.
We set off to do this show, and everybody said shit wasn't going to work. Shit was going to fail. Shit was dead a million times. And opinions can be out there, and feelings can be out there all they want. But the cold, hard fact is, we won.
That's true.
So for that, Locale Live.
He didn't know what to say. He couldn't say it. And that was it. He left. He left. This is what Albert had to say about it. A bunch of people like Zay Zooted was upset because she loves wings. She loves her some wings. This is what Albert had to say.
About wings, so let's talk about wings.
Okay, let's talk about it, dude. The man is clearly in a dark place. We clearly need to show him love.
We talked about that earlier.
Because that's what I mean. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? He's still human. And, you know, just he gets trolled all the time just like the rest of us. And maybe it's getting to him more than... Maybe there's a personal situation. You know what I mean? I think Wings is happy gone, maybe. And that, I mean, I might not like the guy. I might not like some of his takes. But just he's still human, guys. We need to show him some love. So put W's in the chat for Wings, guys.
Oh, Albert! Benji, yes, Xylee. Albert took your advice and was wearing a shirt today. He sure was. I was so proud of Albert when I saw that shirt on him. I was like, Albert, good job. Yes, W in the chat for Wings. I agree with Albert. All right, so Boogie goes in the Discord and says, without Jordy, the show is going to be different. But I have a vision for live. I want it to be a place where every host is welcome. They are excited to come on. Where every day there is something retarded to laugh at. I want you excited to come watch it and laughing when you leave. I just got to figure out how to make it happen. You know what Boogie wants to make? I'm going to tell you right now what Boogie's trying to do. Put a 1 in the chat if you watched Rewind since it started. Put a 1 in the chat if you watched Rewind from the day it started. Nusu, let me tell the story. Let me tell the story, Nusu. Stop giving away plots. That's what Boogie wants to create. That's exactly what Boogie wants to create. He wants to create that environment that we had on Rewind when we only had 2 shows to cover, where when Tina and Becky would fight, they would come onto our show and fight it out too. That's why we had the tagline "and the show goes on," because they would literally take the story from their show and take it onto our show. That's what Boogie wants to do. And you know what? I think that will fucking work. Because Rewind now, yeah, people should call into Rewind 100%. But they have 11 other fucking shows to cover. It can't be the Rewind that it was before. There's 11 shows to cover in this universe. Live can pick and choose what they have to cover. And I think that's a great idea. I think it's a great idea. Make it literally the hub for the hosts of the LCU. And you know what, Disco? I 100% agree. It might help unite the LCU community too. Yes. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, okay, I know what that one is. And Keemstar, Nusu, tried to spoil it for me. I see you, Nusu. Keem is doing tryouts on live tomorrow, and anyone can apply. Oh, my God. I can't tell you how much I hate tryouts. And it's not by the it's not because of the person holding the tryouts. I hate tryouts. I hate tryout streams. I really do. Bro. And then Billy had this for Wings. You can see here, he put it at 9 o'clock at night. Hold on. Make a big screen. All right, here we go.
Thank you, Wings. I'm gonna miss you. This one's for you.
He got his Wendy's chili. And that's what happened with Wings. Wings is gone. No, that wasn't a finger. What, Carl? Yeah. Yeah, well, Wendy's chili does sound good right now, not gonna lie. I do agree. All right, let me close out some of these tabs because it's killing my my OCD that I think I have, but I'm not sure that I really have. But it's just bothering me having all these damn tabs up. Okay. Woo! All right, no more tabs. Let's go. So, yeah. Wings is gone. It's sad, but you know what? I respect it. I do respect it. I can understand where people have a problem with it. I get that side of it. I 100% get that side of it. But he went out in his own way. He wasn't fired. It wasn't a big fight. It wasn't him really spurging out on live. He was really calm about it. His heart wasn't in it anymore. And if his heart wasn't in it, he was going to make everybody miserable watching him. So why stay? Damn right, Carl. Here's to you, pimp. 07. Absolutely. You know? So, he did say that he's talking about going back into the workforce, which is, hey, that's good. Good for you. That's awesome. Listen, whatever he does in life, just be happy with it. Try to be happy with it. You know? He had a good run. He had a damn good run. I can't say that I've done what he's done. I may never do what he did. I may never be in a podcast that made that much money and I made that much money off of it. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. I can sure as hell try and bust my ass, but it may not happen. The entertainment's more important. And if your heart's not in it, you're not going to entertain. Look, right before, did y'all notice how Keem was right before he stopped being a host? Keem wasn't in it either. Adam says, leaving the show is one thing, but to leave the whole community where most fans and hosts show you nothing but love shows you where your head is at. Depression is a son of a bitch. Yes, exactly. Now, people have a problem with him leaving the Discord. Maybe he's just not ready to be in the Discord. Maybe he needs a clean break to get his head screwed on right. Maybe he needs that clean break to be able to fully take in not doing the job anymore. How would it be for him that he walked away from Locale Live and he goes into the Discord and he sees people in the live on airs doing their podcast? It makes sense to me that he left the Discord. Ghostman, I can't help you to get in the Discord. I can't help you. I am no one of no consequence in the Discord. I am just a content creator on this platform. Pecan, 100%. I feel he got the closure he wanted from the LCU, so he's moving on. And you know what? Quite frankly, I think everybody else got the closure too. I think everybody got the closure they needed with Wings leaving in the first place. You know? 100%. So, all right. So there's that. Okay, it's 5 a.m. I need to sleep. Love you, Xylee and Brantley Keem. Yes, Gene. Have a good night. Not everyone showed him love. The LCU's full of trolls. Mad Eye, the internet is full of trolls. The internet is full of trolls. We all get trolled. Whether it's in that Discord, outside of a Discord, it's full of trolls. You know? If you think about it, he got his redemption from the table situation, so it's okay now. I'm closing the door. 100%, Pecan. 100%. And you know what I'm happy about? When that table situation happened, I wasn't ready to have a conversation with him. I wasn't ready to talk to him at all. And you know what? It hurt his feelings that I didn't talk to him. But I feel better for me personally that I did get, we didn't talk about why I didn't talk to him, but I'm happy that we actually got to talk because I thought he hated me because I wouldn't talk to him. But it was a me thing. You know, I wasn't ready to have that conversation with him. You know, it wasn't his fault, but it was a me thing. And I'm happy that I was able to have a conversation with him and talk to him and we were good. You know? So there we go. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the David murder case updates. The one I meant to do yesterday. And look, his first call out was Billy when he came back, and Billy was the one there when he left. Yep, full circle. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're ready to get on to this murder case update, because it actually, there's some crazy stuff in this. Ha, 3 for Lunchbox. True. 3 for Lunchbox. Hell yeah. Have a good night, Matrix. Yeah, actually, there is something new that came out today, Anxious. All right. Let's do it. All right. Power Rage says Wings got long-term closure too. Fired from PKA locale last time, and now he ended his way. Exactly, Power Rage. Thank you for the 5. I appreciate it. Morning, Cheryl. All right. So the first thing we're going to look at real quick. This one is a quick clip into this video. Is made by Grizzly True Crime, and what she's going to end up talking about, she's talking about the Discord DMs, or not the Discord DMs, but shit that was put in the Discord.
Okay, so screenshots from David's Discord server, a fan community with thousands of members, show a user named Celeste becoming active around this time, which was in January of 2021, holding roles like #1 fan. This would have made her about 10 to 11 years old.
So in January of 2021, this user named Celeste, she would have been 10 or 11 years old in that Discord. Now, if this was the same Celeste, why in the fuck do you have a 10 or 11-year-old in your fucking Discord? Why? Someone explain that to me. I need someone to legitimately fucking explain that to me.
By March of 2024, server members were speculating about them dating, with one user noting, "Pretty sure her name is Celeste." These chats reportedly stopped around early 2024, shortly before her official disappearance on April 5th of 2024.
Remember her posters that were put up about her disappearance? That's when she stopped typing in that Discord, that Celeste account. Frank, you know what, Frank? Go sit in the corner for 24 hours because you are throwing out some stupid shit. Hey, guess what? There is a magic number in the United States of America. That magic number is 18 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, the magic number is 18 years old. You know what happens when somebody's 18 years old? You can't tell them who to date because they are now considered an adult. Yeah, you can look at them sideways if you want to, whatever, but you can't do shit about it because they are an adult. It's not my bit. Once you turn 18, I don't give a fuck if you're 18 and you want to date a 60-year-old. I'm going to look at the 60-year-old like, bruh. But at 18, I can't do shit about that. That ain't none of my damn business at that point. You're an adult. I'm just saying. So.
One user who raised concerns about her full name was allegedly banned, and their message was becoming "they're lost" in the server. So my question is, well, how do we know which Celeste it was? Because all we have is that little screenshot on the right that people are sharing online, and David saying Celeste in here, question mark, and then Celeste saying, "Hi, David Bark." So I'm just going to put it out there that we don't know exactly which Celeste that was.
Right.
It could be either one, really.
Because there's two Celestes. There's a Celeste that I think that the one that passed away, that was found in the trunk of the car, and then She turned 15, but she was already passed away at the point when her birthday came up. So she was technically 14 when she was killed. All right. And then there's a 23-year-old Celeste who looks a lot like the younger Celeste. Bruh.
And the one is quite a few years older than, I think she's
DWB. Ask a question. Then why can't you do other stuff till 21? Well, then why can you join the armed forces at 18, get a gun put in your hand, and go fight wars? Ask the government, not me. I don't make the laws. But as soon as you can answer that, as soon as you get the answers to that, come talk to me.
23 now, right? I think the one Celeste is 23 now. And shame. The other one is forever 14. Summertime says, thank you for covering this case, G. This poor young girl spent a lot of time in Lake Elsinore when I was young. This one hits close to home.
Okay.
Like, what is going on here, right? And we really just don't know. I don't know if someone framed the guy.
Okay, I want to go to the next screenshot. Because, ma'am, okay, here we go. That's what I wanted to see right here.
Twist to make sense of what's going on here, and what an absolute mystery at this point. So a self-identified moderator of David's Discord and Twitch channels posted a statement on September 19th of 2025 claiming they were unaware of Celeste's true age, believing her to be 18 to 19 based on her role and limited interactions.
I want y'all to remember that. Believing her to be 18 or 19-year-old based on her role and limited interactions. That self-identified moderator is not the only person who thought she was like 18 or 19 years old.
Or her missing status. They noted minimal contact with David's team and expressed sympathy for her family, linking to her GoFundMe. However, Twitch clarified the moderator was not their employee. Well, they don't have to be employed by Twitch to make the statement there, but Twitch is like, no, that's not our employee. And the statement wasn't official. But somebody made a statement, right? Okay. So if you want to pause to read that whole statement, you can. I've got the screenshot there for you. Yes, this case has many layers to it.
Okay, hold on.
I, too, am very concerned about the age.
No, I don't care about that. This is what I want to read. All right. So that moderator said, to the members of the server, we, the Discord and Twitch staff team, want to clarify that we knew and didn't know regarding Celeste. We were not aware of her true age and that she was a missing person. We also did not have any contact with her outside of what was public. From what was shared on David's Twitch streams, from her role in the server, we understood her to be around 18 or 19. She appeared in 2 streams, but otherwise was not active in the server. We do not have ongoing communication with her. Most of us are not located in California, so we were not aware of any missing persons report. All right, all this stuff. They put the GoFundMe down here. Guess what? Twitch is like, we don't know who this person is. So here's the problem with something like this. People love to grab whatever clout they want. I don't know how much of this is true. But shit is starting to leak out of that Discord. It's crazy. All right. Pause. Go back. David's Tesla was ticketed 11 days before the teen's body was found. 11 days. So it had been ticketed already for 11 days.
New details on the investigation into the body found inside a vehicle inside a tow yard.
No arrests have been made, but we are now learning more about the timeline of events. Eyewitness News reporter Irene Cruz has the latest.
Many eyes on this case as this investigation unravels piece by piece. We are getting new information on the evidence here and new timeline details revealed about the days that led up to that gruesome discovery. According to the LA Times, the Tesla registered to singer David was ticketed 11 days before the decomposing body of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas was found in the front trunk. Now investigators are combing through evidence to determine what legal...
So at this point, you know her body was probably in there for at least 11 days, at the least.
Action can be done.
In order for there to be a prosecution, law enforcement has to find some key pieces of information when it comes to a potential homicide. First, they actually need to figure out if it's a homicide or not. and the autopsy report will help give them that. Then they have to figure out the who and the how in order to bring charges.
The Times also reports the lease on the Hollywood Hills home was broken early and that David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke, moved out. Moving crews were seen last week. And now the timeline has also been revealed on.
So now he has broken the lease on that home and he has moved out. Why?
The days leading up to the discovery. On August 27th, a parking enforcement officer marked the singer's Tesla in the Hollywood Hills neighborhood where he lived. The officer noted the tire position. Then September 3rd, an officer gave a citation to the Tesla for violating the parking ordinance. 2 days later, it was towed to a tow yard in Hollywood. And finally, September 8th, a tow yard worker noticed the smell and investigators found the teenager's decomposing body. Rivas was in Lake Elsinore and was in the 7th grade. She'd been reported missing by her family at least 3 times in 2024. Her memorial is set for this weekend. In Hollywood, Irene Cruz, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, so I hear a lot of good
New at 5, it was supposed.
Thank you. Okay, so I see great questions in there. Was he on tour? 11 days when he got that ticket and that it was ticketed for 11 days, was he on tour? That's a great question. I believe he was on tour. I do believe he was on tour. So, what? All right, so here David's friends believe Celeste was 19 years old, was his 19-year-old girlfriend.
So, Charlie, you talked with friends of David. How did they know him, and how well did they know him?
Yeah, so the folks that I spoke to are in the LA music scene, so they know David very, very well. They didn't know Celeste as well as they knew David, but they did notice that he was bringing her along when they would go to parties in the music scene. Maybe they would have hangouts after a recording session, and they knew David to be a very gentle person is what.
I'm going to be honest with you. It sounds like to me he was hiding her in plain sight. He was literally hiding her in plain sight. DWB, let me tell the story. Oh my God. Y'all, do you not notice all the fucking tabs I have here? Do you see all these tabs? Okay? I'm not done. I'm not done talking about it, DWB. Let me talk about it. Oh!
What they told me, they also described him as very soft-spoken. Friends around him are extremely shocked that he's even remotely connected to this grisly murder of a 14-year-old girl. Obviously, he has not been named.
It's all good, DWB.
And from what we've seen, there is no legitimate connection connecting him to the death of this young girl. However, her remains were found in his car, and just that connection alone has really shocked a lot of people around him.
Did they get the impression that this was a romantic couple?
Yes, absolutely. So the people that I spoke to that were seeing them together out in the scene believed they were romantically involved. Now, look, they did not say anything about PDA, said that David was a very shy, quiet person, and Celeste seemed to mirror that as well. So they weren't out there making out at parties and things like that, but they did believe because they would see them together so frequently that these two were in a relationship.
He was literally hiding her in plain sight. Yeah, wood chippers, definitely. Wood chippers in the chat, because I'm going to tell you what. If he didn't do it, because again, right now it's only an allegation. Matter of fact, I don't even know. Well, I don't want to tell that part yet. Let's say it's just an allegation right now. There's no hard evidence. There's no judgment. You know, nothing like that at all that's happened, right? But can we look into that too? Can we look into that? Why was he so close to a 14-year-old? Taking her to parties that she shouldn't have been to. You know?
Where did they get the idea that she was somehow a 19-year-old going to USC as a college
I know. Isn't that just so crazy? Because, we think, how does a 14-year-old child present as a 19-year-old woman? And I was told that these people were...
Nusu, apparently his friends thought she was 18, 19 years old because she was always around them. Apparently, I guess. That's the only thing I can think of. I would hope that they didn't know she was 14, because if they did, they're pieces of shit too. They're absolutely pieces of shit if they knew she was 14. Yes, Harlequin, he's surrounded by fucking retards. Yes.
Just so sure that she was a college student. They were specific. They said that she attended USC from what they believed. And also she was seen at events where there's age restrictions, clubs and parties and stuff like this, where she had to be at least of 18 years old to get in. And we do know from law enforcement sources that she did have several fake IDs as well. So she was able to get into places where there was age restrictions. But,
Charlie, it's so sad to hear that you and I are talking about a 14-year-old girl, but I keep going back to the fact that it's possible he connected with her as early as 12, and on the far end, maybe even 11. Did these friends have a long relationship?
Yeah. She might have been 11 years old when he met her. Bro. Somebody needs to really check in on that. I understand. Listen, the girl, unfortunately, is already passed away. And yes, they need to find out who killed that baby. Because she was a baby. She was 14 years old. That's a motherfucking baby. But they also need to look into him with that shit, too. I'm sorry. Even if he didn't do it. Because, again, it's an allegation. You can't say he did it. There's no judgment on the case. But they need to look into that also. And I'm sorry, but a lot of his music tells a certain story.
With David, like, for instance, did they know Celeste when she was maybe 13 or, God forbid, even 12?
Yeah, so the people that I spoke with just recently got to know him. He has been popular for quite some time. We know that he had been signed to a record label when he was underage. However, he has kind of blown up in the music scene the past couple years. So it would have been the past couple years that they did know her. But yeah, she would have been, about 12 years old during the time that she was coming around. And, we don't know a whole lot about who her friends were.
Purple Hearts, that's actually a really good question. I don't know. Can they? I don't know. I really don't know how to answer that question. Purple Hearts asked, can they change him if she's already, can they charge him if she's already passed? That's a good, I guess it would depend on evidence they would find, maybe? That's actually a really good question. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. No, it's not you. It's me. I had the sound. No, actually, no. I have my soundboard up. It might be the video.
If she did have friends, we just know that,
Is that
she was
better?
coming around more in his circle. And we know she wasn't really home very often because she wasn't attending school.
Well, God, if you think about it, her friends would have been elementary school friends, because it's only a couple years ago that she would have been in elementary school. And if she disappeared at 13, she would have been just into middle school. And just the whole idea that we're talking about it is so uncomfortable. But I am so curious about her story.
I meant to do this anyway. There we go.
And how she presents. And as you mentioned, these friends of David said she presented very much like a 19-year-old. Did they see her driving? Did they see her driving, say, his car? Because if she's telling everyone she's a USC student, she's got to be going out of the house or leaving his presence on a regular basis.
Yeah, these people did not see her driving or ever see her driving his car or anything of the matter. But, she was always with.
He was flat out hiding her in plain sight, bro. All right, so we're going to go over to Instagram, to TMZ. And David's friends speak out, thought Celeste was his girlfriend.
Friends who partied with and knew singer David were under the impression that Celeste Rivas was his girlfriend and were shocked when news came out that Celeste was only 14. Sources tell us that they saw Celeste and David at parties, and it appeared to them that they were a couple. We were also told that some of them were under the impression that Celeste was a student at USC. Friends also mentioned one of the reasons they thought she was over 18 was because she was.
Okay, I want to know who these friends are. I want names. And I want to know, did they ever have a conversation with her? And what did they think when they had a conversation with a 14-year-old? Did they think, oh, she sounds like she's 19? I want to know who these people are. You know?
Hanging out at places that had age restrictions. They said they were shocked that there was any remote connection between David and Celeste's death, something that has not been established as far as we know, because his demeanor was super shy, soft-spoken, and gentle.
So, same thing. Here, it's, after being, okay, so, TMZ goes, after being found dead in the singer David's car on September 8th, Celeste's death certificate has been released. The cause of death has been deferred as LAPD and LA County medical examiner continue their investigation.
Captain Scott M. Williams spoke with people. We now know that it was likely that Celeste's body was in the car for weeks before it was discovered. And until a cause of death is determined, no arrests can be made. We will continue to update you as we know more. TMZ has...
Ghostman, I swear to God, listen, Ghostman, no one in this chat right now can help you with what your problem is. None of us run the Discord. Stop asking. Bro, they've already told you 1,000,000 times. None of them can help you. Stop.
Just obtained Celeste Rivas' death certificate. The cause of death is being deferred as LAPD and LA County medical examiners investigate her death. The certificate says that Celeste was found on September 8th, 2025 in a vehicle. It also states that an autopsy was performed, but we have been told that the medical examiner is awaiting the toxicology reports. According to the certificate, she was not pregnant and had not been pregnant in the last year.
Okay, so boom. Now, you have seen people like fucking Sloan. Sloan, you are fucking disgusting for that fucking video you put out. Sloan put out a video and his title is literally saying that she was pregnant. How would you have known that? If she was pregnant or not? How would you have even known that? Sloan, what the hell were you thinking? I'm going to show y'all this. Because Sloan literally... Hold on. I saw this title the other day and I was like, you son of a bitch. And I like Sloan. I've talked to Sloan before. Unless he changed the title. Now, he might have already changed the title because it came out that she wasn't. Let me see if he was slick with it because he's done that before. Born in prison, Celeste's family, campaign exposed. What is Celeste proof? Hold on. Celeste and pregnant. Oh, here we go. Right here. The real reason David wanted Celeste dead, proof she was pregnant. Sloan, what the hell are you doing? This is why people give you so much shit. Proof she was pregnant. Sloan doing slow things, yes. Heck, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate it. Give me a second and I'll add you to the wheel. I know you're in here. There you are. There's 5 right there. Bam. There you go, Heck. Thank you. Oh, and by the way, being that tonight is officially okay, we watched that one. Being that tonight is officially the last night of the week for this show, I'm spinning the wheel at the end of the show tonight. Shut up, Rum. Yeah, I know why he did it. I know it's for clickbait, but goddamn, man, this is a dead kid. Why do that? You know? He's a BJ investigates foot soldier. Don't get me started, Julianne. You know what I'm going to say to that. All right, so as police dig deeper into the case, disturbing questions emerge as was this more than just a tragic story? So let's see what this says.
Police in Los Angeles have determined that the body of 14
Adam, thank you for joining Band World.
year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, discovered in an abandoned Tesla, belonged to singer David, had likely been deceased for several weeks prior to his recovery.
So it was possibly in there for several weeks before the discovery of it. Now that, I believe he was only on tour for a few weeks when they found the body, right? I believe he was on tour for a few weeks before they found the body. I'm just saying. I believe so. Let's see. Let's see if I can Google that. Let's see. It was found September 8th. All right, so it was found this September 8th. When did... I hate the way he spelled his goddamn name. David's tour start. When did David's tour start? Okay, hometown show was in April. And then his North American leg tour started August 5th in Del Mar, California. So it's possible because it's not an exact science. Anxious Aussie, yeah, they already said she wasn't pregnant. Yeah, but here's the thing. They're saying that she was in there for like a few weeks. What's another week? Especially, it's not an exact science. It's not an exact. It doesn't tell you when they do those tests, it doesn't tell you, okay, they died exactly this day. It doesn't show that. And then you have to understand the environment it was in, how hot it was each day, how much shade was on that car. Because I'm going to tell you now, the heat inside that trunk is going to be different under the shade of a tree versus straight sun the whole entire time. All that has to do with decomposition. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely possible. 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I mean, there's not a huge difference. Exactly, Purple Hearts. Yeah, there's way too many factors when it comes to decomposition. Mr. Barnyard says, late to the show, leave a like on the stream, Reaper Gang for life. Yes, Mr. Barnyard, thank you.
Now, the remains were located on September 8th after the vehicle was towed to a lot in Hollywood. And this occurred shortly after what would have been Hernandez's 15th birthday. Now, according to the LAPD, specifically a Captain Scott Williams, the car had remained parked at the site for an extended period before being impounded, supporting the timeline of her death. Now, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner has yet to establish the cause or manner of death, leaving open questions about potential criminal involvement.
That's what I want. Potential criminal involvement? Okay, let's be honest. Let's say she died of natural causes. There's still a criminal element that they threw her ass in the trunk of a fucking car. There's still a criminal element in it. There's still a criminal element in it. Yeah, it's crazy.
Beyond the concealment of the body.
Okay, the X would be temperature regulated until the battery died. Wait, their trunks are wait, deets. The X would be temperature regulated until the battery dies, that is. Really? Hold on. Let's look that up. Tesla X trunk temperature temperature control? What? The standard Tesla Model X does not offer direct integrated temperature control for the trunk area itself. But you can use the vehicle's climate control system to maintain a temperature for items stored in the main cabin. So no, the trunk is not temperature controlled. Literally, says right here. The standard Tesla X model does not offer direct integrated temperature control for the trunk area. So yeah, it's saying no, it doesn't. So.
Body. Now, David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke, has not been identified as a suspect in this case.
As of right when this posted. And that was posted October 1st, 2025. All right, so here, exclusive, newly released body cam footage shows cops swarming David's Texas family home for a welfare check just days after the body of the 15-year-old Celeste Rivas was discovered in the Tesla. And this is basically, they're calling it a welfare check. This was a swatting. This was not a welfare check. And you'll hear why.
I'll wide and keep you covered. You want to tap the door? Just wait for me, Because I'm going to keep you covered. Go ahead. We got you covered. Come right here. There's too many windows. Here, knock on the door. We got a phone call from here saying that somebody was dead. What? Is there somebody else that lives on this property that has your address? What's your address? That's it.
That's it. That's what actually got.
We got an address. There was a gunshot and a woman scream.
What?
I'm serious. That's what.
A gunshot and a woman scream. That's not, yeah. Yeah, that's not a welfare check. That's not a welfare check. It kind of did look like that, Shaxter. You're not wrong.
Well, we came up here like this because, and then they talked to the caller. Whoever they were talking to said that there's a person dead.
No, sir. No, sir.
So, all right, here, let me pause this. Police were called to the Hernandez home. Okay, so police were called to Celeste Rivas Hernandez home 11 times within a year. So it kind of gives you a background of how she basically lived.
Police action, a lot of it. In the story of a rising superstar named David and his dead underage girlfriend named Celeste Rivas Hernandez. We have heard it before, and we heard it again just last night, that Celeste ran away from her family again and again for a reason. Reports said that the girl's home life was troubled. Her middle school boyfriend, before she ran off with David, said that her mother treated her badly and that she often talked about running away. And now TMZ has the receipts. of repeated police visits to Celeste's family home in Lake Elsinore, California, 70 miles away from the Hollywood Hills, where Celeste sought refuge in David's mansion. TMZ has learned that the Riverside County Sheriff's Department responded to calls about Celeste's family or from Celeste's family about 11 times in a little over a year.
That's sad. That's sad. Oh, Juma, that's actually, yeah, you're right. Oh shit, true. The Tesla has cameras all around it. They could pull it up. Why do I feel like they actually have more information than they're giving us? I mean, which I can kind of understand if they're building a case, they can't really tell us everything. But that's true. Wouldn't the Tesla have the fucking... Wouldn't the cameras be on with the Tesla? I would think. But yeah, the cops were called at her home 11 times within a year. You can turn off the feature of the cameras. Oh, you can? See, I don't know anything about Tesla. I'm not a Tesla girl. I don't have Tesla money, so I don't know. I'm actually learning more about Teslas because of this case. Not gonna lie. Like, I never knew about, like, the whole temperature control thing. Unless the owner turned them off or the battery was dead. Okay. Exactly, Kimmelin. That poor child. 100%. Anxious Dog said, how do we move forward with video evidence in the age of AI? Easy. It depends on who got that evidence. All depends on who got that evidence. Oh, wait. Yeah, we were watching this.
The dates are February 2024 to April 2025. And remember, the family...
A Diesel, DW, oh, he's not a celebrity, is he? I've never heard of him before. He's an internet celebrity. He, TikTok music. And he started getting big and he started climbing the ranks of the music industry. And I think he started on like TikTok, or no, YouTube. I think he started on YouTube. So yeah. Yeah, he's money. He got money.
Reported Celeste missing for the last time in April of 2024. So those calls continued for a year while she was ostensibly missing.
Yeah, he was partners with Fortnite. Was he partners with Fortnite? Oh, I didn't know that.
And until this week, we believed that April of 2024 was the last time that they'd seen each other, right? Celeste and her family. But now we know different. And I'm going to come back to that in a hot minute. All of the police visits were listed as, quote, minor crime investigation, except for one of them. And that one was described as, quote, suspicious circumstances. Again, no details available from the police, but the dates of these calls speak volumes. 3 of the calls happened on one day, March 19th. 2024, which, by the way, yeah, that's the day that Celeste ran away. She was caught on surveillance camera in a neighborhood liquor store, running down the street at 7 a.m.
Bro, this poor girl. I feel like everybody fucking failed her. I think everybody fucking failed this child. This is what happens when society does not give a fuck. Yeah, there you go, Acid. You're right. He was a gamer and got a lot of copyright hits, so he made his own music for his videos. That's how it started. Yes, Acid, 100%. I did read that. Girl, Harlequin, if I get kidnapped, they're giving me up in like 2 seconds. They're going to be like, not this loud bitch. No, we ain't.
A black car was seen pulling out after her, but it's not clear if Celeste had gotten into it. This was just something that happened that the liquor store owner saw, but it wasn't caught on tape. 2 of the 3 visits that day were to Celeste's home. Cops came to her home 2 times, but the 3rd visit that police made was to that liquor store.
All right, Scrimpy says, hold up. If you don't have a Tesla, then your will to poor exile is going to go in the Reaper docket for future reference. Okay, listen. By the time I die, I plan on having a Tesla. And Exile was going to get that Tesla. But now he's not. Now he's not getting that Tesla. Nope. It was more like a, well, it's okay. Mono's getting the Porsche. Do you think I have a Porsche? Do you think I have a Porsche? Just saying. Do you think I have a Porsche? No.
Celeste's sister also visited that liquor store on that day.
Exactly, Harlequin. But what I do have is 2 cats, and Harlequin gets the cats. She might have to fight my husband for it because he is 10 years younger. So more than likely, I'm dying first. So Harlequin's gonna have to fight the husband for the girls. PCAM was like, Xylee was clearly talking about Hot Wheels. Duh.
And asked to review that surveillance video. One of the other police visits that TMZ documented was at 9:29 p.m. on April 5th, 2024. That time is about a half hour after the family reported her missing to the police for the very last time. So they report her missing at 9 p.m. and at 9:30 the police are at their door. Officially, Celeste was still missing when her badly decomposed remains were found here in this impound lot in the front trunk of David's Tesla. This was 23 days ago. But was Celeste really still missing without a trace at this point? The other day, TMZ acquired video of Celeste in her parents' backyard on September 8th of 2024. That's 5 months after she supposedly...
Yeah, that's when she was cussing out the guys. That's that video where she was cussing out the guys because she was calling the one guy the N-word. And the guy was like, don't call me the N-word. I'm not black. Don't call me the N-word. I'm not black. I remember this video because she was literally yelling at them, calling them the N-word. And the one dude's like, I'm not black. Why are you calling me the N-word? I remember that. Mr. Barnyard says no, but Mr. Xylee may have a Porsche. He ain't got no damn Porsche. If he had a Porsche, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. Well, I probably would. Yeah, 5 months after she was missing, she was in the backyard cussing people out. Well, I don't call anybody the N-word. I don't use that word. That is not my word to use. It is not appropriate for me to use that word. Thank you. Yeah, exactly, Rum. And to be clear, yeah, don't be calling black people that either. Matter of fact, just don't use the word. If you're not black, don't use the word. It's really easy. Just saying. Run for Breakfast said SJW woke Xylee. Listen, I still have some of those tendencies, and that's one of them. That's one of them. If you notice, I don't get in the middle of the fight. Listen, there's a reason why I don't get in the middle of the fight between Yo Mama and Diesel. I don't get in the middle of that fight because I'm not going to sit here and tell a black man how they feel about racism, and I'm definitely not going to get in an argument between 2 black men who have opposing views on shit. Not my fight to have. Ain't none of my business how they talk. Nope. Not my fight to have. It is not my place to step in the middle of it. Nope. Because I'm going to tell you what, if you're not Latino, I don't want to hear your views about what Latinos got to go through. I can talk about it. I can have a discussion with someone, but if I feel a certain way, I'm not going to have somebody who's not Latino tell me how I'm supposed to feel. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to disrespect somebody else and tell them how they're supposed to feel. You know? So.
Ran off for the last time. And it's also one day after her 14th birthday. Amazingly, the coincidence here is that it was 1 year to the day that her remains were discovered in David's trunk. This video was shot and released by neighbors
A different neighbor who heard the argument spoke with our Banfield producers on the ground in Lake Elsinore just today. Have a look.
The first time I saw her, she was walking down the street early in the morning. It was during the colder months, I remember. It was just a 1 second. I was driving down the street and I saw her like big, beautiful curls. And I'm like, oh, that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. We get it. Okay. So. Here's the thing. It's either going to be one or two things that's going to happen. This is my prediction, I guess you can say, but it's not really far out there. Either he had a hand in it because it was his car. So obviously your first instinct is going to be he had his hand in it somehow, right? Or some crazy shit happened where somebody was trying to pin it on him. Some crazy, either that or either he had a hand in it or somebody was trying to pin it on him. But here's the thing, though, Harlequin, and let's have a discussion about this. If it was his henchman that did it, why would they have put her in his car? That makes no sense. You know what I mean? Mishima Bloodline, hey, what's up? Thank you for the one gifted. That's very nice of you. I'm going to put you on the wheel. There we go. Let me save that bad boy. And we are spinning the wheel tonight to see who wins so they can tell me what they would like for me to cover. But yeah, like seriously, if it was his henchman, then wouldn't they have put her body somewhere else? Okay, Harlequin said, hear me out. We've established earlier he is friends with fucking retards. Okay, good point. Obviously, he is friends with fucking retards. But still. Wait, Glock Shadows came out of the shadows and said, for real, begging for Discord is wild work. Good for you for recognizing it. Fuck Discord. Good morning, Glock. How are you doing? All right, so this was posted 8 hours ago. David not named as murder suspect. Police confirm in new statement. Though there have been several apparent connections drawn between David and Rivas, the authorities even raided the house where he had been living. David has never been listed as a murder suspect. In a new statement, the authorities confirmed and explained why. So what we know about the investigation, we know this. She was 15, found in the Tesla. The Tesla was never reported as stolen. They haven't officially deemed the reason, like how she died. David was initially linked to the death of the 15-year-old girl by the simple fact that her body was found in the vehicle registered under his name, but several other pieces of evidence have since surfaced that appear to link him to Rivas too. Last month, Rivas' mother told TMZ that her daughter had been missing for more than a year. Okay. But we already know it wasn't more than a year. Adding that she grew suspicious after learning the body found in the car belonged to David since her daughter's boyfriend was named David. Ma'am, did you ever ask how old that David was? I hate this. All right, authorities issue statement. Despite all the apparent evidence linking the singer to Rivas, David has not been arrested or named murder suspect. In the new statement this week, authorities confirmed that the fact and explained why. According to a statement from the LAPD, it is still not clear whether or not Rivas's death was a homicide, making it impossible to list as a murder suspect. Oh, it's still not clear whether or not Rivas's death was a homicide, making it impossible to list a murder suspect. So they're just looking at the crime of whether it was a murder or not right now. What's up, Sarah? So because they don't know if it was technically a murder, they can't really have a suspect. But can we have a suspect of who threw her in the trunk of the car? I mean, there's still... Is it me? Am I crazy? But is there still a crime of who put her in the trunk of the car? Did she get in there by herself? Am I crazy? Okay, Sarah says, bullshit. I reckon her body was dismembered. They're using this to buy extra time to hopefully charge whoever. Maybe so. I just want to know. Okay, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner has not yet determined the cause or manner of Miss Rivas Hernandez's death. As such, it remains unclear whether there is any criminal culpability beyond the concealment of her body. Okay, so there's the criminal thing right there. So they are calling it criminal. Thank God, because I was just screaming about it. The new LAPD statement said via Rolling Stone, RHD is thoroughly examining every aspect of this case to uncover the truth and seek justice for Celeste and her family. The department said that its robbery homicide division has been diligently investigating the case, but it is also waiting for an official ruling on the case of the 15-year-old's death. The LAPD said that it is not ruling out the possibility that her death was accidental. But who put her in the trunk of the car? Because whoever put her in the trunk of the car was obviously trying to hide the body. And why would the retards keep the body in the car and not do anything with it? And if it was one of his friends, why would you have put it in your friend's car? I have so many fucking questions with this shit. Who was the who? Oh shit, we have 3 minutes. We gotta spin the wheel. Oh my God, I got through it. Let's go. All right, we're spinning the reel. We have 233 entries. Does anybody want to give a gifted membership before I spin this fucking wheel? We got 3 minutes. Okay, Boogie didn't do it. It wasn't Boogie. Okay, we know for a fact because Boogie's too fat and he can't even barely walk. How in the fuck he gonna do it? All right, I'm spinning. Poke Gaga. All right, Poke Gaga won. Poke Gaga won. All right. If somebody could tag Poke Gaga in the Discord. Well, actually, no, I got DMs with Poke Gaga. I'll talk to him. I'll message him and let him know. All right. Because he said he wants me to talk about somebody specific. And I have a feeling I know who it is, and I have a feeling it's already getting worked on. So yes, Poke Gaga won. The Gaga got it. Hey, listen. Run for Breakfast says he isn't here. Betrayal. You know what? If he's getting sleep, I'm so happy for him. That man works hard. So I'll message Poke Gaga and let him know. Hey, he's a good friend. And I met him at the 4th of July party at Keem's house. You know, it was really nice to meet him. Him and his girlfriend. Oh, his girlfriend was so lovely. Oh my God, I fell in love with her. She is so awesome. Thank you, Mishima. You're awesome. I appreciate you, with the gifted membership. It was very nice of you. Okay. So let me make sure this redirect is in. Because after that one time, I accidentally didn't redirect. Okay, it's in. I just want to make sure. I don't want to screw over the girls. Yeah, Poke is good people. He really, really is. But seriously, everybody. Oh, by the way. All right, real quick. I got 1 minute to tell you. We're going to start putting fan art as the outro as I say my goodbyes to y'all and stuff like that. Make fan art. Make fan art. Put it in the fan art section of the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, Cash Cow Ohio. If you receive, we do a lot of gifted memberships here. If you get a gifted membership, pay the extra $5 to get a Cash Cow. Get in the Discord, and in the Discord in the fan art section, put fan art in there and tag me in it, and we'll go from there. So, all right, everybody. We are going to get out of here. I'm going to leave y'all with looking at the Reaper jacket. It's a badass jacket. You better fucking buy one. I'm just kidding. Buy one if you can. But thank you for coming out. Thank you for all the gifted memberships. Thank you for all the donations. Thank you for just being in the chat and, having to talk about everything that happened. And have a great night, day, evening, wherever you are in this world. And guess what? I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. I'm going live at 4 a.m. tomorrow night, even though I don't have to, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because you know what? Fuck it. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace out.